Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon Scarlet. We are back in school. Before we take on the gym leader, we are in school today. We're going to catch up on a few things. Every time you defeat a gym, something special happens here. Obviously there's classes involved, but when you complete those classes, some new things open up and it's important to get to know our teachers. I am a nerd for enjoying this part of the game. A little bit more than the Pokemon battles, which is weird. I'm such a nerd. Here we go. Biology 3. Mr. Jacques. Like and subscribe for more education. That's right, like and subscribe for more education. I said it. I said it. Hello, I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. I seem to remember teaching you all about the importance of eggs. I get to wear my hat in class. It's everyone that registers Pokemon born from eggs as well, those encountered via other methods, so don't worry about that. And just so you know, I'm the one who developed the Pokédex app. It was way before I started teaching here at the Academy though. Back then I was a researcher. In fact, Director Clavel wasn't working in education at the time either. He was researching alongside me at the same facility. We got to research Pokemon together day in and day out. I got yelled at all the time though. Wait a second, how do I get onto this? Pretty sure I was talking about the Pokédex. Anyway, today I'd like to teach you about catching Pokemon. As you all know, a great way to catch Pokemon more easily is to first lower its HP. But there's another way you can up your chances of successful catch. Can you guess what it is? Ooh, if he says, if we're gonna lead up to where sleeping is the most effective, because it's always been like that. Give an opponent inflict Pokemon status condition. Prove you're stronger than the Pokemon. Bad mouth the Pokemon. Talk smack about the Pokemon. The correct technique for making Pokemon easier to catch is to inflict them with a status condition. Sleep is an especially effective status condition. It is! See, it's always been sleep. I knew that. Thanks to my friend Ram. Ram is the one that taught me that. Way back since Pokemon Gold and Silver. Sleep is the most effective way to catch Pokemon, better than paralysis. It makes Pokemon drastically easier to catch, which is why all the sleep moves have very low, much more lower than other stat conditions. Sing, Lullaby, Lovely Kiss, all of those, and Hypnosis. Filling a Pokemon will be a cinch. There are other ways to improve your catch rate as well, like using Pokeballs specifically designed to be effective against certain Pokemon. Eating food that gives you catching power works too, or sneaking up on Pokemon from behind to catch them by surprise when you start a battle. So surprise, catch them. If that don't work, start fighting. If you're having trouble, you may want to make the rounds to go to the gyms to get badges. Earning gym badges will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher values. I wonder if the gym badges emit some sort of electromagnetism that affect Pokemon. And I wonder if it gives you cancer. Please do come show me your Pokedexes once they start to fill up. Another day, another enjoyable class. Oh yeah, don't forget, our next class will be a test. What? There's tests in Pokemon? There's exams? There's pop quizzes? My goodness. Midterm? Oh my gosh. Math. Miss time. There's a midterm? There's exams in Pokemon now? My, have we come a long way. Ay, ay, ay. Nemona's here. Hello everyone, let's have a fun class today. Tell me, do you all enjoy fortune telling, horoscopes and the like? I think it feels great to read your horoscope and see what it says. And see that it says good luck is coming our way. So today I'd like to teach you all math while focusing on the topic of luck. Perhaps you have seen the following phrase crop up during Pokemon battles before. A critical hit. When a Pokemon's attack lands as a critical hit, the damage it deals is increased by half. In other words, it does 1.5 times as much damage as it normally would. It is truly luck that determines whether your Pokemon lands a critical hit or has one landed on it. This can cause a great upset in battle. Does anyone know what percent chance a Pokemon has of landing a critical hit? It's gotta be very low, right? Oh my, critical hits land a little more often than that, Kaleo. The chance of landing a critical hit is said to be 1 in 24, which figures to roughly 4.17%. The odds are more favorable for certain moves, though. Why moves such as Stone Edge and Shadow Claw will have about a 12% chance. You can always use a move called Focus Energy or an item known as Dire Hit. Both raise the critical hit ratio by 2 stages. That's 50% chance to land a critical hit. It feels great to land a critical hit, but perhaps not so great to be struck by one. There is a surprising amount of mathematical probability hidden in Pokemon battles, you know. If you're able to do the calculations that'll swing luck in your favor, it may open the door for more strategic choices for you during battle. Nice. Next class will be our fun midterm. Oh my gosh. So every class is gonna have a midterm. This is crazy. Miss Ryfort. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday is now part of history. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. You guys see Professor Lavelle back there? Or Levinton, sorry, Levinton. As you should remember from our last class, Area Zero's great era of exploration began about 2,000 years ago. This era lasted for approximately 1,000 years, but not a single soul was able to venture all the way to the deepest reaches of Area Zero. Having poured much of its human and financial resources into the exploration of Area Zero for so long, the Paldean Empire fell into decline. 200 years later, or 800 years ago, the Empire and its surrounding nations united into one entity. This was the formation of Paldea as we know it today. Ah yes, this very academy where you are now filling your young minds with knowledge was also apparently established at that time. In fact, the school building, though certainly having undergone repairs through the years, is just as it was when it was built so long ago. This very structure is a piece of history. Things of old are truly splendid. I would certainly prefer it not to have the Pokeball portion though. A relatively new addition. Does look a little ridiculous. Perfect timing to make eye contact, young Kaleo. Let's see if you've been listening to my lecture. Tell me approximately how many years ago was this academy of ours established? 800. Correct. I hate nothing more than when my student only pretends to listen. This academy was constructed exactly 805 years ago. That's going to be in the midterm. That's going to be in the midterm. 805, that's going to be in the midterm exactly. You know, I saw this modder on Twitter. I can't think of it right now, but I'm pretty sure he's been doing some great, what do you call it, level of detail, LOD mods in the game. Professor Laventon is going to be one of those, all that background stuff. That's going to be great. Your academy here is 805 years old. At the time it offered state-of-the-art facilities and a uniquely innovative curriculum, such as people used to say. Those seeking knowledge need look no further than the oranges of Paldea. I bet you Violet says the grapes. That's right, they are referring to the Naranja Academy. It is said that this proverb of sorts was even used outside of the Paldea region. Oh, is that the time already? I must have gotten swept up in filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. Our next class will be our midterm. Yikes. I love history, especially Pokemon history. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your minds and preparation. Oh yes, oh yes. I wonder which of these is going to end up on the title screen of the thumbnail. Oh boy. Mr. Salvatore. Salvatore. He's French, but I pronounce his name like an Italian. Salvatore. Need my coffee. Alright, no more frappe. My dear friends, how are... Okay, let me practice. Hello, my friends. No, that's too exaggerated. I don't think he sounds like that. You guys see the Raichu and the Alolan Raichu? I do believe he's from Alola. I have a very strong feeling he's from Alola. I don't think he's teaching Alola. Oh look, you see the 4 islands over there. That's cool. I think he's teaching Alolan because he's from Alola. Who did I say was, that I think was... Oh, I can't remember. Hello, my dear friends. How are you all today? Nope. You certainly look fantastic. I'm trying to do Lumiere's voice from Beauty and the Beast. I'm trying to do Lumiere's voice because that sounds like an appropriate French accent instead of the typical, stereotypical French accent that most comedians, improvisers, impressionists do. It's time for another one of Salvatore's language lessons. It vous prêts? Are you ready? I don't know French. I know I'm not pronouncing them right. Oh, him. It vous prêts? Are you ready? I'm sorry, I meant oui. Oui. Très bien, very good. My lessons are not a one-way street. No, no. I am très triste when no one speaks up. Very sad, that is. In our last class, I believe I taught you all how to say delicious in other languages, right? In le cours d'aujourd'hui, today's class, we will learn about a very special phrase that you can put to use when the time is just right. I shiteru, je t'aime, te amo, ich liebe dich. Does anyone know what these phrases mean? I love you. Because when I had a crush, I learned all of the languages. I learned all of those just to impress my crush, which did not go well. Fantastique, Kaleo, correct. You deserve a médaille d'or, a gold medal. Je t'aime, te amo, ich liebe dich. Sorry, these 3 phrases you may know, I think. Why? Because they're all quite famous ways to say I love you. Oh my, have I embarrassed you all, my friends? What timid little garcons and fillets, shy boys and girls, that is. It's so very important to express our feelings about things to others, you know. This is especially true for positive emotions. If you get married someday and argue with your spouse over some silly little thing, what? All you have to do is apologize and say, I love you. Et tout ira bien. And all will be well, that is. I should know. Why, just last week I had a big argument with ma femme, my dear wife, that is. But I was quick to say I'm sorry and all was well. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. It's best to be quick to apologize when you have an argument with someone. That goes for your families, friends, and your crushes. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Oh my gosh, Pokemon giving us relationship advice? Pokemon's giving us relationship advice? Life lessons here? In Pokemon? Game Freak? Nintendo? Oh. Wow. Our prochain course, our next class, will be the midterm exam. Be sure to review what we learn. Adios. Matane. Oh my gosh. Life lessons, relationship advice from Game Freak and Pokemon. From Game Freak, Nintendo, Pokemon Company. Life lessons. Relationship advice? This is so new. What a long way have we come. Wow. That's gonna be the title of the video. This is crazy, man. Life lessons, relationship advice. In a Pokemon game? Oh my gosh. It sounds strange to say, because I'm putting my controller down. You think of all the Pokemon stuff that's been happening. Pokemon is making you fit, or making an effort to get you to go out, have fun, socialize and mingle. Not only getting physical health activity, but you know, healthy mental state activity, because interaction is pretty healthy, not all the time. For an introvert such as myself, you do need that alone time to recharge, that solitude, that peaceful seclusion. Pokemon has also made an app so where it can inspire kids to brush their teeth. Pokemon has made a game, I don't know if you call, oh my gosh, what is it? Pokemon Cafe Ole, the cooking one, if you call it cooking. But then you think of the Pokemon store, you know, went from cards to toys to now household items, garden items. Wow, like Pokemon's come a long way. From a video game to an anime to a card game to household items to hygiene to health and fitness, and now relationship advice, psychology based Pokemon. Okay, let's continue. Dendra, another day, another round of battle study. Osu, let's get right to it. Last time we learned about Terra raid battles. Did any of you have a chance to try them out? Terra Pokemon are strong, and the more difficult ones will use an even tougher tactic than you'll need to deal with. I'm talking about the Terra Shield. What happens while a Pokemon has its Terra Shield up, you ask? Well, it'll take way less damage for one. It has a big effect on morale too. When trainers see that shield go up, they feel doom. Like there's no way to win the battle. So here's a question for you. Look at Medi-chan. If the Pokemon you are battling puts up a Terra Shield, what should you do? Close your eyes and give in. Call your parents. Mom! Mom! Terrastalize and attack it. That's right, you're a regular Terra Raid Battle Master, aren't you, new kid? Sure am. Regular attacks don't work so well against Pokemons that have their Terra Shield up, but having your Pokemon Terrastalize is an effective method to overcome that issue. A Terrastalized Pokemon will do more damage to a shielded Pokemon, especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. Especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. Match? So if I'm fighting a Terra Fire who puts up a Fire Terra Shield, I have to attack it with a Fire Terra attack than a Water one to cancel it out? No, not cancel it out. I don't know. Especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. Match. Match. That's the key word, not... Dealing enough damage to a Pokemon with its Terra Shield up can destroy the shield and break the opponent's Pokemon stance. This means that it's important to properly time your Terrastalizing in a Terra Raid battle. We have 4 chances. In conclusion, as they say, fight fire with fire and Terra Pokemon with Terra Pokemon. Oh, so when that Charizard event happened, I imagine everyone thought having a Azumarill with a Fairy Terra type was not effective against the shield. You needed a dragon? Huh. Be sure to work together with your teammates to smash through your opponent's Terra Shield. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really dive into... Oh man. Next class will be our midterm. Aim for a perfect score. Also. Wow, so... I I'm too low. I'm too beginning into this game to encounter something like that. I haven't encountered a Terra Shield yet. Do you guys notice that there's a night crew? In the daytime, there's a Psyduck. There's Swablues. But in the nighttime, there's Noibats and a Gengar. There's a night crew. As for this lady, I don't know. Oh. Oh my, if it isn't Kaleo. Please forgive me if this is an odd question. Were you perhaps watching me from afar just now? No. I just got here. Yes, I suppose you wouldn't have been doing something like that. I'm sorry. You see, oh, how should I put this? Recently there has been times when I feel as if I'm being watched. Not by a Pokemon, mind you, but by a person. I thought it might be a ghost, so I tried asking my sister for help. She said it most likely isn't one. She's good with ghost-type Pokemon, you know? Oh? Perhaps one of my students is quietly watching me, waiting for a chance to ask me a question. Maybe? Goodness, if that wasn't an intense gaze I felt. If you notice someone with a sort of fire in their eyes, come tell me, won't you? If they are too shy to come ask me themselves, then I'll go to them. Someone's checking out Miss Time. Who's looking at Miss Time? You! Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sneeze. It's great the night classes are available here. I can work during the day and still learn. You go, girl. Put in that effort. Working all day, study all night. Don't forget to sleep and shower. 2 more glasses. The Gengar just licked its lips at me. So I know Hazel or Hassel is one of the Elite Four. Hello class, it is I, Hazel, Hassel, yet again. I've been told that my previous lecture about the terrestrial phenomenon was very well received. Thank you all for your kind words. In fact, Miss Dendra specifically requested that I impart even more battle knowledge to my students. Professor Gibble, so I have decided today we will take another look at how Pokemon can terrestrialize. Gibble. And of course, here is Professor Gibble to help us. Now then, Professor Gibble, if you would be so kind as to terrestrialize for us. Glam. Glam Chowder. He's a snow type. Ice type. Look at Arvin. Arvin's over there. Now what do we have here? Last we saw grass type, but this time we have something different. Observe a Terrajewel resembling a snowflake. Its dendritic shape is stunning to behold. It's a little chilly standing so close to it. So class, what Terra type do you imagine this jewel might represent? Ice. Excellent, Kaleo. Gonna sneeze. The reason there's a snowflake shining above Professor Gibble's head is simple. It is now an ice type. And because Professor Gibble is currently the ice type moves would not be very effective against it. Keep in mind, usually they would deal quadruple damage to Gibble, because he's ice and ground. Now there's some trivia about snowflakes. While snowflakes come in many different shapes and sizes, most are classified as hexagonal. Just think of it, snowflakes fall from the sky taking similar shapes without anyone saying they must. Do you not feel the great mystery of nature, the beautiful enigma we live in? He's a dragon trainer. Is this his Gibble? This is a bit of a tangent, but Mr. Jacques' glasses are also hexagonal, aren't they? I almost forgot to mention that you can change a Pokemon's Terra type at the Treasure Eatery. Oh? Oh? Located in Medali. We were just there! Treasure Eatery. I thought I must say the cook there is a little prickly. You'll need to get in her good side if you want her help. On her good side. Now come prepared for next class because it is time for our midterm. Thank you, Professor Gibble. Glam Gib. Gibble Gibble. Even art has a midterm. Alright, one more. Mr. Saguaro. Bam, biddy bam. Bam, biddy bam. Put away your phones, it's time to begin class. In my class, I taught about HP restoration. However, after class, I was asked by several of you about power points, commonly known as PP. Oh, I thought it was called Pokemon Power. Power points. When a Pokemon loses all of its HP, it faints and can no longer battle. What then happens to a Pokemon when it loses all of its PP? It can't use moves, it won't listen to its trainer, all of its stats get lowered. Can't use moves. Perfect. Perhaps you know this from first-hand experience. I sure do. When a Pokemon runs out of PP, it can no longer use its moves. However, each move has its own store of PP, so you can mitigate PP loss by using a variety of moves rather than just one move repeatedly. If a Pokemon loses all its power points from all of its moves, it will only be able to use Struggle, an action that also damages the Pokemon that uses it. In order to avoid this predicament, power points can be restored at Pokemon centers along with hit points. Items such as Ethers and Max Ethers can also be used to restore power points. Be careful not to confuse potions with Ethers in the heat of battle. However, Ethers are not sold at shops, so you should use them judiciously if you find them. The stronger the move, the lower its maximum power point. Do not waste uses of these moves unless you wish to quickly run out of power points. It is important to find balance in a Pokemon's set of moves. As you can see, HP isn't the only thing you must keep an eye on while adventuring with Pokemon. I hope that you will all take care to ensure that your partner Pokemon can perform at their best as you each engage in the treasure hunt. Our time together has come to an end. Our next meeting will be an examination day. Oh boy. Midterms everywhere. Okay, that's everything. Let's see what has come about. Shelter! Cute. Dandra. Bonjour, new kid. My name is Kaleo. Fancy meeting you here in the home economics classroom. What a coincidence, eh? Well, you see, Miss Dandra tells me she is here for intensive training in sandwich making. Well, no use in hiding it now. Oh dear, I'm terribly sorry. Were you keeping this a secret? Oops. Well, I mean not really. Because it just doesn't look very cool to openly admit I am here for intensive training, you know? Understood, I'll be more careful in the future. Well, new kid, now that you know what I'm up to, I guess you'll just have to help me out with my training here. Try this sandwich, it's the result of my training so far. Oh yeah. Was soggy and hard to eat, and once again it tastes left much to be desired. That was my meat lover's prosciutto, bacon, and chorizo sandwich. How was it? It was a little meat heavy. It could use some more veggies. What, you mean there was a problem with my choice of filling? I guess focusing on muscle building ingredients really did a number on the flavor, huh? Miss Dandra, I believe a simple addition of butter would have done wonders to your sandwich. Butter helps to protect the bread from getting soggy due to the moisture of the ingredients. It can also work to enhance the sandwich's flavor. butter, that makes sense. Thank you for teaching me that tip, Mr. Saguaro. But why didn't you tell me that while I was making the sandwich? Ah, well, you see, when I saw you, I had not realized you had begun your food prep. I thought you were simply trying to destroy my classroom. You got jokes. Well, anyway, new kid, thanks to you and Mr. Saguaro here, I may finally be getting the hang of this. You got it, Miss Dendra. You'll make that sandwich without the sogginess. The Squovits are sleeping up there. Beep 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 beep. Hello, Master Kaleo of 1A. It has been some time since we last met. No, it hasn't. Are you here to eat as well? Yes. Excellent. You shouldn't battle on an empty stomach. I myself am here to survey the student cafeteria, let's say. I am observing the nutritional content of the food that our students partake in on a regular basis. One item on the menu here that I am particularly interested in is the peanut butter sandwich. It is sweet and quite delicious. Yes, perhaps I will order one right now. Oh look, it's Mr. Saguaro. He's so fashionable and cool. I guess the teachers come to the cafeteria too, eh? Do you think he'll have an egg sandwich? No way. If he gets anything here, it's definitely been something spicy like 5-alarm sandwich. Ah, he's so cool. He'll definitely get the wild and spicy 5-alarm sandwich. Peer pressure? Could I have a 5-alarm sandwich? I do enjoy the thrill of spicy food. No! No, you had your heart set on a peanut butter one. Don't give in to peer pressure. Don't listen to these bozos. Say no to peer pressure. You do you. Ah, yes. You suggested I have a peanut butter sandwich. I suppose I shall have to try one if you insist. That was close. I almost forced myself to order something spicy, my least favorite of the flavors. I thank you for restraining me, Master Kaleo. It seems that the students tend to view me as a fashionable and cool, or even, dare I say it, exuding a sort of brooding strength. Yes, very brooding with your Jigglypuff apron. I have a habit of acting in such a way as to not to destroy their image of me. Don't worry about it. I showed my true colors to you just now without thinking. Please keep this a secret between us. Of course. Everyone, just be yourself. Be yourself. Don't worry about nothing. You know what? I'll have the peanut butter and jelly sandwich too. Peanut butter. My face is frozen. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I had to blow my nose. Oh, look, there's the teas. They're working at night too, the cafeteria staff. Schoolyard. Hazel. Much as I want to call him Hassel. Hello there. I try to visit the schoolyard from time to time. It's good to see young ones with so much energy and vigor. I know what you mean. Do you? That's a bit of a surprise to hear from you say. You're one of the young ones too, you know? Not really. Master Hazel, might I have a word? It's a dragon trainer. Look at those gloves. What are you doing here? Oh? I have told you many times not to bother me here at the academy. Yes, I am bound to come. I am bound to come. Our family's future is of paramount importance. paramount plus importance. Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses. It was good speaking with you, Kaleo. Something important has come up, so I must excuse myself for now. He is a dragon-type trainer. Let us discuss this matter elsewhere. Professor Gibble, the dragon trainer. He is definitely a Dragon Elite 4 member. You sleepy, amigos? There's Houndour here. I've never seen Houndours. Driflims on top of the shed. Oh. Kaleo, I'm in a bit of a pinch. I wonder if they're gonna make that suit in real life. Pokeballs? That looks cool. This Palmy really doesn't seem to be feeling well. I don't know if the poor thing can even stand up. What should I do? What should I do? Use a potion. Oh, right. I could use a potion. Do you have any? Sir, I got plenty. Here you go. Give you a super potion even. This will fix you right up, my friend. Potion power, go! It seems to have done the trick just in the nick of time. But this Palmy doesn't even appear to belong to the trainer. Could a wild Pokemon have wandered into the Academy grounds? Still, I can't just leave it here alone without anyone to make sure it's okay. It's decided then. I, Salvatore, will just have to lend all of the helping hands I have to take care of Palmy in this touch-and-go situation. Merci very much for your advice. Adios, au revoir, farewell. Starlies. Sandra, do you sleep? Okay, so that's that. I guess we'll take the midterm now. Midterms with Mr. Jacques. Beady beam, beady beam, beam, beady beam. Hello everyone, today is our midterm exam. It sure feels good to fill in all those empty spaces with the answer sheets, doesn't it? Yes, you nerd. Take your time and contemplate each question carefully. Whoa. A, B, or C? What button would you use to let a Pokemon out of its Pokeball so that it can walk right next to you? Ah, okay. ZR. Combine one letter and one number below to correctly say when and where eggs are found. A, during picnics and tall grasses. No. A, during picnics in your basket. Which of the following is an effective way to warm up eggs? If only walking around. What will not make Pokemon easier to catch? Not. What will make it easier to catch a Pokemon Pokemon of higher and higher levels? Gym badges. This question won't affect your grade. How do you like the Pokedex? Is it easy to use? I'd be happy to hear your honest opinions. It's easy to use. Alright everyone, time's up. I hope you all enjoyed tackling those questions. The last question was just something that I'm personally curious to know. Don't tell the director about it, okay? I'll grade these right away. I hope you're all looking forward to seeing how well you did. Pretty easy test. You must get... Oh, she grades me. 3 questions correct to pass. 4 questions. Oh, final. There's a final. 5 out of 5. Ooh. Experience candies. Math midterm. This is appropriate because it's actually December when midterms are taken. Alright everyone, it's time to begin our midterm exam. I'm sure the fun experiences you all had in my class will serve you well as you answer. How much damage does water gun do to when it hits a fire type Pokemon? Double. How much does Razor Leaf do when it hits a fire type? Half. If you spent $2,000 on as many as 200 Pokeballs, $200 Pokeballs, you will have 11 because of the Premier Ball. What percent chance does a Pokemon usually have? We said 4%. How much damage does a move deal when it lands a critical hit? 1.5 times. Put your hands on your laps now. You were all concentrating so hard, I can't wait to see how you did. Do go and ask for your scores at the front desk, and then take a nice break. There's actually midterms. Incredible. Okay. 5 out of 5. Bibbidi bibbidi. Thank you, Gengar. History. Let's go. Bidi 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 beow. Bidi bidi beow. It's time for our midterm examination. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark recesses of your mind and answer these questions. What is the name of the geological formation in the center of the Paldea region? The Great Crater. What was long believed to rest in the depths of Area Zero? Treasure. How many years ago did the Paldean Empire begin to rule this region? 2,000 years ago. Academy 805. Those seeking knowledge. The last question was a freebie, even if the least capable of you surely padded in the score. I sincerely hope you did well anyway. So ends our midterm examination. You may ask your scores at the school's front desk. I knew that 805 was going to be on the test. I just knew it. How did we do? Very nice. Language. Thank you, Gengar. Thanks for the encouragement. Aujourd'hui. Today we take our midterm exam. Détendez-vous, relax, that is, and do your best. Êtes-vous prêts? Are you ready? Let's begin. Gracias, arigato, merci, xie are all the same meaning. Thank you. Which of the following means delicious? Delicioso. Which of these phrases doesn't belong? Ich liebe te amo. Time to eat. Low battery. When speaking with a person, what is the first step to a smooth communication? Compliment them. What is your beloved teacher's name? Salvatore. C'est fini. Time is up. Posez vos stylos. Put down your pens. That is. I hope that was easy enough for you, especially that the question, the last question. I'm sure you all did great. Bravo, my friends. You can check your scores at the school's front desk. There was no close-up on him. His was different. Is there a clue there, or is that just the way it is? Two more. Oh, I'm sorry, three more. La, 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 la. Sorry to all of you who went to the schoolyard first before finding the right room. I guess we can do our test in the classroom at least. It might be hard to write your answers out on the field. Yeah, all right, time to put on your game faces and do battle with these test sheets. Oh my gosh. Do battle with the tests. The higher a Pokemon special defense, the less damage it takes from special attacks. Which of the following has no effect on a move's damage? The move's name has no effect on the damage. How many trainers are on a Terra raid? 4. What is an effective method for breaking an opponent's Terra shield? Terrestrializing and attacking. What is Miss Dendra's favorite type? Would have to be fighting. Put down your pencils. I saw you giving it everything you've got. I'm sure you'll all get perfect scores. Well done, everyone. You can ask for your scores at the front desk. Do that. Oh, it pauses and then you can speed up. Oh, I see what I did. Dang it. Okay, I get it. I never knew that feature existed. I'm gonna have to make some edits here. I'm still learning on what my Elgato can do. Fascinating. 2 more classes. I do hope you're all ready because it's time for your midterm exam. Focus and do your best. And begin. What is the name of the gemstone that glows over a Pokemon's head when it terrestrializes? A jewel. When the answer to question 1 is in the shape of a flower, it means it's grass. What shapes are most snowflakes classified hexagonal? Nice shoes. Wow, he's got some nice shoes. Where is the eatery that allows you to change the Terra type in Magali? What makes something beautiful? There's no correct answer. Time's up. That's it for today's test. Pencils down, please. I would rather not have students worry about passing or failing in my class, but tests are tests after all. Anyway, good work everyone. You can check your results at the front desk. One more test to go, and then we'll see what's around town. Battery low, yes. taking tests all night. Studying and taking tests all night. It's daytime the next day already. The time has come to test how well you have been learning here in my class. Let's begin before the information simmering in your brains from last minute cram session fades. That is totally my type of styling, which is not an effect of a picnic meal. Increasing speed is not an effect. Which of the following affects the kind of meal powers received from a particular meal? Effects. Kinds of meal powers. Affects the kinds of meal powers. Oh. Which of these berries can restore a Pokemon's HP? Oranberry. Leandro wanted his Pokemon to decide on its own when to use its item in battle, so he gave it an Oranberry. This will work as he hopes. Wants his Pokemon to decide? Yes. If a move runs out of PP, it can no longer be used. If a Pokemon runs out of PP for all of its moves, it can only sit there in frustration. I don't think so, it struggles. Oh. Just remember to ask your scores at the front desk before leaving at the end of the day. I don't think I did too good on that one. I either missed one or two. Oh man, I guessed on two of them. Alright. Jigglypuff. Let's see what new things are there. No new things. Okay. Alright. Well, we did our testing and now we can do, at least in the next episode, because going to the classrooms took up all of this episode, we can now, I'm not going to do catching off camera. I mean, I am, but I'm not going to do it right now. Next episode, we're going to fight the gym, because we need that other badge to increase our level for the amount of Pokemon we can catch, because there's lots of Pokemon in that area that I would need to catch. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe, share with your friends, comment as always. Spins, you spin me right round. Okay.